Here's how to set up a Facebook JSON ad. Now we are actually going to start in Ads Manager. And the reason for this is because we want a very tight fit between our ad and the messaging that somebody sees in Facebook Messenger, right? So we want our creative, meaning the image, all of that, to match pretty darn closely with what they see next. The easiest way to do that is let's start the ad first, okay? So inside your Ads Manager, you're going to create a new campaign. We're going to go through using the guided campaigns so you guys can see this. There are several objectives that JSON ads work with. Now, first, really quickly, what is a JSON ad? It's just a way to get people into your Messenger bot rather than taking somebody to a landing page as you traditionally would with a Facebook ad. This ad, when they click on it, is going to go open up Facebook Messenger, right? So traffic works, messages as an objective works, conversions used to work. I'm not sure if it still does. So let's select the messages objective and hit continue. At the ad set level, you're going to set up all of this on your own. 95% of the time you want to leave this as click to messenger, which means it's a regular in-stream ad versus a sponsored message, which shows up just in the Facebook Messenger inbox, okay? Set your audience. You want to leave placements as automatic placements unless you have a reason not to. Then set your budget. Make sure you have the correct Facebook page associated with it, and then we'll set up the ad. Now, I've already set this up a little bit because I didn't want to waste time for you guys, but select an image and then create your ad as you normally would, okay? The part that the JSON comes in is here with Messenger setup. So from here, what we're going to do is select custom, create a new message or create message, and click JSON. All right, now let's head over to ManyChat and actually create the JSON that will go in here. So we're in our ManyChat growth tools, create a new growth tool. And we're going to create a Facebook ads JSON. This is the first message somebody will see after clicking on your ad. And I'll preview all of this for you. So we want to make sure that this message matches up very tightly with what they just saw in our ad. Okay, so ad says, I'm going to get out of this just so you guys can see it. Confirm. Our ad that I created said, hey, check out our awesome case study, how we recovered revenue for this client. So that means our message in ManyChat should be about the same thing. So we can click edit. I'm going to jump into another growth tool that I've already created and click edit. Now, you want to make sure that this matches up as tightly as you can. One couple things to note here. One, this text cannot be over 150 characters, and that includes spaces. So if you add in spaces, that counts against the 150 characters. The other thing, this cannot include any sort of personalization. Technically, when somebody clicks on the ad, they're not yet a subscriber, so you don't have access to that data. So that'll create an error. And the last thing to note about this type of ad is that emojis don't actually work too well in here. They're hard to set up, so I would avoid it, unfortunately. They've already clicked your ad. Make this part short and sweet. Get them to click, and then you can use all the fun features you normally do. So let me tell you about one big idea. Sure. And then we're on to the next thing. I would highly suggest you guys just use this as an opt-in. So one message, get them to your next flow. right? So you can create a flow for your ads and reuse it in different ads and creatives rather than recreating the wheel every single time. So one message, link to your next flow, and click publish. Now we're ready to paste this in. So go back to the growth tool and click setup. We're going to copy this code to clipboard and go back into Facebook. So again, custom create message, JSON. We're going to click at the very first curly bracket. If you click elsewhere and you've accidentally clicked inside this one, it won't select everything and it'll cause an error. So let's select the first one, delete everything that's in there, and paste in our new code. Now, it'll take a moment to verify all our changes. These ads are a bit finicky, frankly. I'm surprised that I didn't get an error. I actually did this not 5 minutes ago with the same exact setup, and I started getting errors. So often what happens is, because it's such a new placement, Facebook thinks there's something wrong when there really isn't. So we just want to do something to refresh the ad if you see an error. That's our first step. So taking out the JSON, then pasting it in again can do it. But it looks like this will work. So let's preview the JSON in Messenger. So this just popped up for us. So you can see, great, let me tell you about this. Sure I do. Perfect. The one last step we want to take, and it's something that unfortunately will not preview on our desktop. So there's some weirdness with Facebook ad previews. They used to let you preview them on your desktop. Now they sometimes are, sometimes aren't, depending on the placement. So this is what it'll look like in our desktop newsfeed. If we click add preview, send notification, perfect. You'll see it asks us to open this up on our phone. So I'm going to do that now. I will hold this up to the camera. It may be a little hard to see, but just understand that, here we go. Here's our Facebook. Okay. So here is our message. You can see our ad right there. I think it's pretty clear. Now I'm going to hit, let's see if I can actually do this so you guys see it. Send message, and this just pops up. And this also popped up on our desktop again. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. Now remember, somebody's not a subscriber at this point. They have to click through. Once they click through, they're a subscriber, and you've captured them as a marketing lead. And there you go. Your Facebook ad JSON is set up. Again, let's really quick recap. Couple things to avoid. Make sure that your message is not longer than 150 characters, including spaces. Don't use emojis in the first message. You cannot use any personalization there. And yeah, if you have any other trouble, we're happy to help you guys out.